Hello all, welcome back. Where the hell have I been? A week without videos. And yes, I've got a stack of pickups. Let's get into it. Right, so we'll start with me, shall we? Where have I been? Because certainly for the last week, there was only one video. And apart from responding to, obviously, people that were watching my videos, and obviously going back and watching theirs, I've not been doing any other YouTube whatsoever. And it's down for two reasons. One, I decided I need to take a bit of a break from it all. Two, because of my health. As I've mentioned in a couple of videos, I've been suffering with some weird pains and that, and it all stems from my back. I'm 6'4", I'm above average height male, living in an average world. You know, you think about it. Normal average height man, when you go up and use a card machine, you're not having a hunch down and push at the buttons. I am. So I'm always going to suffer from a bad back. But recently, the symptoms were weird. It would feel like a burning down the back of my legs and the back of my knees. The soles of my feet would feel as if I'm walking on hot coals. So I end up going to the doctors, blood tests. Comes back that my liver and kidney are fine. Great. My cholesterol level is low. I don't have diabetes. And there was numerous things they went through that I just passed. Well, what the hell's up with me then? So the doctor seems to think it's sciatica, because sciatica can come out in many forms. One of them, which I have had once before, it felt like a pulse shooting down my left leg. This is on both legs. So then, is it shingles? No, can't be shingles, because apparently that only affects one side. I've got it on both sides, but my right side's the worst. Turns out that potentially, yes, it is nerve damage, but it's all being caused by a lack of movement. In other words, I spend far too much sitting. And that could be it. So basically get up, be more active, and that's what I've been doing. I'm off the whole of this week as well, and that's what I'm planning on doing, going out for long walks, stretching exercises to get myself fitter. Now I must admit, it still hurts, and most recently my feet would go like blocks of ice so much that at times it feels like the cold is being drawn up into the ankle, which is quite painful at times. And I'd be using all sorts, hot water bottle and whatever, but it seems to have lessened the more activity I'm doing, so that's also why. So whether or not I'm going to continue doing these videos every single day of the week, yes or no, my health comes first and then my job, or rather, my family comes first, then my health, that's the way it is in my mind, then my job, and so on and so forth. But that's basically it. So as I'm sat here now, right foot feels as if it's a little bit on fire. Back of the leg feels warm, and I can feel the back sort of straining a little bit. But anyway, that's me. You're not really here for me. You're only here to see what I picked up. And I've got a multitude of stuff. In fact, I've got one pickup here, which is so big I can't pick it up. I might do a completely separate video on that on its own once I've got it set up properly. I'm going to ask my mate Big Mart if he'll actually build me a metal table to actually stand it on properly, because I think that's the way to go with this. But anyway, let's get into these pickups. Right, so as I look around, just making sure first of all I've not missed anything, because I probably have, knowing me. There is an absolute ruck. I've still got the spare room to go through properly, so there's an absolute ton there. I have, though, got games from the Amiga, the Mega Drive, the Master System, there's only a few there, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, in fact, there's very, very little from PlayStation 3, and then a few PlayStation 5, because my birthday has recently come and gone as well. So I'm 1 year older. Anyway, let's kick it off. Oh, what a classic. Beneath a Steel Sky. Pick this one up off Edward. Should we get a little bit closer? Let's get a little bit closer. Classic point and click goodness. Unfortunately, not complete. As you can see, I've got a bag of discs. But I am missing disc 1. Eddie's going to have a look through his other games to see if he can find it. But, oh God, I'm just looking at this now. Storybook. Oh, wow, how fantastic is that? Beneath a Steel Sky. And it's like a comic book. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. And then on top of that as well, what have we got here now? We've got... What the hell's this? It looks to be like backstory of the characters and that. Tell you more detail who they are. And then you've got... It looks to be a little instruction booklet. Yeah. Exploring and manipulating items, yada yada yada. So I've got that as well. Happy with the box. The box is in cracking condition. But I am missing disc 1. So I'll give Eddie some time to see if he can find it. He's having a bit of a clear out at the moment. Just slide that about. But the box is it's not bad. Not bad condition. I'm happy with that. Bit dusty still. I've not had a chance to clean it. There will be some ground in dirt. There always is with this. But what a classic. There is a sequel that came out on the PlayStation 5. I've still not had time to play it yet. Apparently not as good as this. Not as good as the original, which would be a shame in all fairness. But there you have it. Moving on to the Master System. And I thought I had this, and I don't. But it is the Cyber Shinobi. Get a little bit closer. This is probably one for Retro Red Steve. You've probably got this. You've probably played it. What's your best score, pal? Shinobi games. Notoriously difficult, but a lot of fun to play. So I've got that to give it a go. Now, this next one for the Mega Drive, or Genesis, depending which part of the world you're in. This was actually shown on the Pompey's Game Room by Sean. Sean said there that if you like the look at this, it's a really fun game, you should go and pick it up. I picked it up. Bloodshot. Look at that case, look at that artwork. And I am doing that to look at my TV to make sure I've got no glare. But that looks fantastic. Get a bit closer if I can. There you go. He launched that across the room. Very good condition. Very happy with it. It's a proper chunky monkey. It's the manual. It's got a little, so see, little scuffs here and there. But apart from that, it's quite straight. I'm not too fussed. There you go, the insides. But very happy with that. I mean, this really does look like a proper fun game to play. Ah, right, that's how that got ripped. Do you know what, the manual is that thick. It's one of those where it doesn't really fit. In fact, I'm trying to bend that plastic up a little bit. It doesn't really fit in here, which makes me wonder if this is the original case. Or should that bit go down there? I know I may have to prat about with this. It's so tight. It's sort of in. It's not in properly. Cartridge. Looking fantastic. So I'm going to keep this to one side because I'll press about with that a little bit later. I may snap one of those plastic tabs because this manual, in all fairness, which makes me wonder if this is the original case, it doesn't quite fit into the box properly. And, you know, I don't want to damage these things and make them worse. It does not want to go. Oh, it's gone in there. Right, there we go, I've got it in. You just have to tease it. A little fine fettle and you're there. But yeah, Bloodshot. Looking forward to that one. Moving on to the PlayStation 2. I can't remember now who posted this. Where did he post it as well? Let me just look at my phone a second, because I can't remember what the damn thing's called now. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? I can't find it. Do you know what? I look at it, not every moment of the waking day, but I look at it. There it is. Instagram. That was it. He posted it in Instagram. I'm trying to remember who it is now. Might be Bin Boot Sale. I hope I've got that right. Red card. What I quite like about this, same game, different rules. Red card. I said straight away, that reminds me of the Vinnie Jones. Oh, God, and I forgot his name now, the other one. Gazza, that was it. Remember when Vinnie Jones grabbed Gazza's nuts and gave him a nice good squeeze on the pitch? Yeah, we are going back a bit, but Google it if you want to see it. Very comical at the time. One to remember. That's what that reminded me of. So, you know, I thought, I'll pick it up. Even if it's a poor game. Maybe this one awards points for dangerous tackles and that. So, looking forward to giving that one a bit of a blast. Right, let's make sure we've got these in order, because I've got a full set. Oh, that's going to work out perfectly. Right. I spotted this, then I spotted the sequel. In fact, the second game cost me way more than I wanted to spend, but it was in, out of all that were for sale, it was the best condition I could find it in. Dragon Guard. Fully complete, of course. I very rarely buy it any other way, but Death from Above, Chaos Below. Sorry about the glare there.
No matter.
But I thought, well, I better get the second Dragon Guard 2. Flames of War are ablaze once again. Again, of course, fully complete. But then I spotted that there was a third, and this nicely moves me on to the PlayStation 3. Dragon Guard 3. So, I've got the full set. Looking forward to playing these. Obviously, it looks to be a continuation, I'm hoping, of hopefully a fantastic story. But that's all three of those. PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3. And I am really looking forward to playing these. So hopefully that's the full set. If they did bring out any more, let me know. Maybe they did for the PlayStation 4, maybe the PS5, and I'm not even aware. Right, let's make sure I put these in some sort of order, because I can do that with that. Yeah, we'll have it that way. Right. Let's move these over here. Perfect. That's now set up the way I want it. Right, this next game, PlayStation 4 game. But I played the original on the Amiga, and I thought it was such a fun platform game. I really did enjoy it. So I picked up Putty Squad. See the case probably needs a replacement in all fairness, but it was so cheap. Like, I'm sure it was £5 cheap. Don't get much, but a great, and it looks brilliant on the back. I'll try and get in close enough, and if I remember, I'll put some footage for you guys, as I always do. But it really does, the case really does look as if the cat or the dog had been at it a little bit, which is a shame, but also the reason why the damn thing was probably £5. So, Putty Squad. This next one, I've got the Amiga Original. And in all fairness, I keep meaning to... The reason why I've got that out downstairs is because I keep meaning to tart up the case, cardboard, box and all that, make it look better. I've not even opened this yet. Flashback. Who remembers that? Flashback. What a classic. I can't show you the back because it's got a great big sticker. It's got my address on it, and there probably is people out there that would mail me poo bags. So I'd rather not take the chance. But this is a brilliant game. People used to say it was the sequel to Another World, which isn't actually true, because they actually did do a sequel to Another World 2, but it only came out in America. But this is a fantastic game. And the last one I've got to show you on the PS. I don't know anything about it, but it's from a developer called THQ Nordic, who... Have they ever made a bad game? I doubt they ever have. But anyway, it's Elix. Ooh, getting excited there. I'm going to have a look at it. Is it almost a manual? It almost is, Shock horror. It's almost a manual. Anyway, there you go. Elix. I actually don't know anything about this. Again, I picked this up because it was so cheap. Really cheap. But then I spotted, moving on to the PS5, there was actually an Elix too. So I'm thinking, again, it's THQ Nordic. Can it really be that bad? I looked at the back. Let's give you a look at that one first of all. So that's the PS4. There's the PS5. I've not even opened yet. So it looks pretty tasty. Looking forward to it. So I'll have to give them a go at some point. Don't know how, because I'll be out bloody running or trying to get myself fitter. This next one. Now, when this came out, it's absolutely as hard as nails. Absolutely. I believe that they've altered the game slightly now to allow you to set playing levels, because this was like Demon Souls sort of hard. Returnal. Was this a launch game? I can't remember. But again, this is now dirt cheap. Break the cycle. If you know the game, she's crash landed on a planet, and it's Groundhog Day every day until she's actually able to work out, I suppose, the puzzle or fill in the missing clues, because every time she dies, she starts again at the very beginning. So it could be quite stressful. And the two games I got for my birthday. My daughters, Sarah and Zara, very kindly picked me up Modern Warfare 2. So I've got that. Not a chance to play it yet. So looking forward to that, because the graphics that I've seen with this look phenomenal. And this is a game that originally came out on the PS3. Did they do a remaster for the PS4? But it was digital only. Now they've done this. This looks absolutely breathtaking. Really good. Really, really good. The bit with the snipers when you're crawling through and you've got people walking towards you and tanks and that. Just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. So, looking forward to playing the campaign on that one again. Maybe a little bit online. And the last one that I got was God of War Ragnarok. Sorry. As you can see, it's not in there because I am playing it. We have got a reversible cover. So, let's show you the front first. There's the back. This plays pretty well, I must admit. Now, there was two things I had to do before I started playing this. One, it was your birthday's not till a couple of days, sort of thing, so unlucky you can't play it. And the other was, I had to complete the original, which I'd started many, many years ago. 2018, I think that actually came out. So I started in 2018, got so far. I think I got stuck because I wasn't really following the game properly. And I never went back to it. So we went back to it, and me and the wife hammered it, completed it. So I only started playing this maybe a day or two ago, and it plays almost exactly the same, apart from, and I don't know why they do this, because there was nothing wrong with the original settings. You know, when you have to grade your weapons and change them and add things, add jewels to the weapons to make them stronger and that, do your skills. They just altered it slightly, so certainly a little frustrating that was going from the the 2018 game to this, because now those settings are backwards and totally different. The fighting and that, the combat, very, very similar. Would I argue, is it the same old, same old? It is to a point. Is this a better game though than the 2018? Now that's debatable, because the 2018 was so fresh. Apart from the story, does this game offer much more? It does, in some regards, because you get to play as the boy, Atreyu. Is it Atreyu or Atreus? AKA Loki. Sorry if I've ruined it back there for you, but you get to play as him, and you get to learn some moves that he can do and can't do, so it's good. So you're not totally playing as Kratos, the God of War. You're playing as him, but I'm about, I think, 3/4 of the way through it, and the cliffhanger, and I'm not going to say it, there's a cliffhanger, there's a big one, and it may upset me, because could this be our last God of War game? Oh, I don't know. I hope not, but it could be. So I'll find out when I get near to the end. So we'll see. We'll see. But thoroughly enjoying it. Just show you the back of that again, because I think it's fantastic. I think it's fantastic. And that's it. I'm done, guys. That's not all the pickups, but that's a nice, shall I say, selective chunk of what I've picked up. I've got an absolute rut back there. In fact, I've got that many. I've put a few others together. I'll probably do a Dreamcast pickups all on their own, because I've got that many of them. And that's it. I'm out of here. As always, thank you very much for watching. If you're still on the sidelines, why not? It's free. Punch that subscribe button. It really does help the channel. It helps it move along. Also, don't forget the thumbs up. Come on, guys. There's tons of you people out there that are watching these videos, watching a good chunk of them. I'm getting no thumbs up. If you don't like it, give me the thumbs down. It's that easy. But, hit something. I better go before I carry on waffling. Thank you all. Stay safe. I'll catch you all again. Bye for now.
Woohoo!